So, changing gears. While we're waiting for gauges to be built and shown up, and now that the dash cluster is all finished up, I was going through some old Boxster parts that I was planning to sell, and I know that Mike gave me these decals. I've had them for the longest time. I thought that they were just spares, but it turns out he actually ordered a full set. And so, well, I thought it was just these stripes and that was it, one for each side. That's what this little roll is right here. It's basically this all over again. I didn't realize that he actually had the Porsche script as part of that set. And so I've spent the better part of a couple hours pontificating as to whether or not I should throw these on there. And I think I'm pretty sold. I think I want to go ahead and give it a shot, and I want to install these on the car for a couple reasons. The first reason being that since having the Boxster and having this car, and I think part of the reason why I've started to modify this car so much is I really do want it to be a separate car. I really do want it to just look, feel, be different than the early car that I owned for so long. And so I think that's why I've gotten a little more comfortable doing some of the modifications that I've done, especially with a car that I felt that really I shouldn't touch. And so now I really want to make this my car. Now I'm starting to really feel comfortable with it. And what would I do if I could buy a 944 in the 80s? What sort of creature comforts would I do if I could order a Porsche brand new today and put that all into one car? And what car is me, you know? And granted, I know there's 100 million Guards Red 944s with Foose wheels. I understand. So what can I do to make this car mine? And I think, while I don't necessarily know that I would have done this when I first picked this car up, something about it, it's here. It's a cool project that we could do together on the channel. In the meantime, while we're just kind of waiting for stuff, I've never really done anything this level of like skill and patience aside from maybe the windshield decal. So, and the best part is, if I don't like it, it's just a decal. I can peel it off. But I think it would just add something a little more visually interesting to the car, maybe set it apart just a little bit. Whenever I see 944s out here, as rare as that an occasion as that already is, I definitely haven't seen anything with the side decals. So, and these are a little bit different than some of the other decals that I've seen. So these are from a company out of New York. And I'll go through and if everything works out, then I'll post all the information later. But right now I just wanted to post this video, get this out there, and I think this is going to be the next little mini project for a while. I think it's going to look pretty sick. So first step is going to be to wash the car. Haven't decided if I'm going to do that tonight. Tomorrow's Labor Day, so everyone's off, so it might be the right time to do this tomorrow. There's another monsoon storm that's blowing in. So if I want to get the car cleaned up, tonight's the night to do it. Let all the moisture out of the garage kind of just settle and keep the car clean. And then tomorrow will be potentially the day that we attempt to put this on. So I'm going to leave this as a two-part video. We'll leave it off from there. I'm excited to see your guys' thoughts and comments. I really want to know what you guys think. And yeah, we'll come back with the car clean and beginning the installation process. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully I don't screw it up, but I think it's going to look pretty rad, and it's going to be a modification that's period correct. You could order these decals and have your car spec'd with them back in the day. So I think that's pretty cool. Another period correct modification. So hopefully we'll kind of win some people back from after doing the gauges and maybe modernizing the dash a little bit too much. But yeah, in my defense, 993 had an odometer screen, and it's analog gauges still, so it's not like I'm doing screens for gauges. So I think it's going to keep the character, the spirit of just the analog. I think it's going to be a good balance. So we'll just see when all that stuff is installed and how it looks. But yeah, side decals. Let's get it.